Do you care about the price of silver and gold, precious metal mining stocks? Well, there's one key fact that you need to accept and understand. There is nothing that will drive the price of all three of those, gold, silver, and the mining stocks, like inflation. And we are heading into a period of inflation that likely most of us have never experienced during our lifetimes. Now, look, it may be a little confusing because we had inflation over the last few years. And while the gold and silver price have done quite well, they didn't quite explode like many of us had hoped for. We have to understand that there are sometimes little periods, little quirky periods of time where the dollar does actually win. Even when we have high inflation, maybe the price of gold and silver don't take off like they're supposed to. But I'll tell you what, those periods of times, that's like if you're a gambler, do you like to go to casinos? You go to the casino, maybe you have a good night, maybe you even have a good little streak of luck at the casino where you actually beat them. But you know the reality. In the end, the casino always wins. It's because of the laws of mathematics. Now, when we look at the gold and silver price and we look at these little periods of time where maybe they don't quite react to the inflation rate like we had expected they would, we need to realize that's just like the gambler going to the casino and walking out with a little extra money. It never lasts, right? The house always wins. And when it comes to the price of gold and silver, inflation always wins in the long run and will push up the price of gold and silver. Let's take a look at what Elon Musk is saying about inflation. Elon Musk had this to say about inflation recently. He tweeted, "The excess government spending is what causes inflation." And we know we have almost $2 trillion of excess government spending right now. All government spending is taxation. That is a very important concept to appreciate. It is either direct taxation, like income tax, right? You'll pay your income tax, or indirect taxation via inflation due to increasing the money supply. When the government does not have enough money to pay all their bills, what do? They borrow, they increase the money supply. What does an increase in dollars? What does an increase in anything do? It makes the value of the dollars go down. And that, my friends, is the exact definition of inflation, right? Devaluation of the currency makes prices go up when you go to your local grocery store or you go to the gas station. And at the end of the day, the gold price and the silver price will react favorably, will do a complete and proper accounting for the devaluation of the currency, not just in the United States. No, this happened in ancient Rome. It happened in the United Kingdom. It's happened in Zimbabwe. It's happened recently in Venezuela. The list goes on and on and on. Just because the United States is the biggest and baddest doesn't mean that it's not subject to the rules of mathematics. I could be dead wrong, but if you think the value of the dollar might just go down and the value of silver and gold might just go up, and you want to buy some bullion, silver, gold, or platinum group online, please do yourself a big favor and just give channel sponsor Pimbex a chance. Pimbex. They really do check all the boxes. Ultra competitive pricing, a great selection, and I believe, from my experience, you can do your own due diligence, a company I absolutely trust. Thank you, Pimbex, for sponsoring Ron's Basement and making our group here possible. And while I have your attention, thank you for being here. Yes, you have a name. You're here. It's not RonTube, it's YouTube. Thank you for being here. Please give this video a thumbs up. You can subscribe and become part of the tribe. and super chats, super thanks, PayPal donations. Never expected, always appreciated. So we talked about inflation. What's the next leg? What's chapter 2 to the whole story? It gets even better, guys, because when we have inflation coupled with a stagnant economy, that's called stagflation. Now, you've likely heard that word, and it, just as the word implies, that's what it means, a stagnant economy with inflation. I believe we could very easily be heading into that into 2025 and 2026. We're even starting to hear the mainstream media talk about it. Stagflation is the most fertile soil. If you were a corn farmer, it would be the blackest, most fertile soil that you could plant your corn seeds in. And stagflation is just that for the silver and gold price. Look no further than the 1970s in the United States, when the U.S. dollar lost 75% of its value and the price of gold and silver skyrocketed. What do you see when you take a step back and look at the big picture? Doesn't it feel like being invested in gold, silver, and precious metal mining stocks are a pretty good insurance policy? It'll be interesting to see how this will play out. I also want to thank channel sponsor First Mining Gold. They're a gold development stage company with 2 multi-million ounce projects, gold in the ground in Canada. You can learn more about them at firstmininggold.com, and channel sponsor Fortuna Mining. They're an active producing silver and gold mining company, operations in Latin America, and gold mining operations in West Africa. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being part of the basement. Thanks for being part of the group of people that believe in the future of precious metals, the timeless value of silver and gold. I appreciate you, and I'll see you soon.